Hello everybody, Planet Walls here. We are back for the finals of Classic League, season whatever it is, 2013, Qualifier 1 or whatever. This is the Zur deck we are playing, and we are playing against Abstract 66 in the finals of the tournament. So, I don't think I have a very good shot because he's playing Dredge, and I have minimal sideboard and mainboard tech to deal with it. We will have to evaluate our hand based on whether or not we think we can win. We do have the option of Solitary Confinement victory plan, maybe a Back to Basics victory plan, but Zur is really slow. So Deathrite Shaman can remove stuff from his graveyard, Swords will occasionally do something, so will Mental Misstep, so will Force a Will. Nothing is that extraordinary, in other words. Out of the board, we have a couple of things, like the Ixalan Jailers and the Rest in Peace, and the additional Mental Misstep, but it's not going to be extraordinary. So we're going to roll with this and see what happens. You can see Abstract deck. He is also a member of Clan Magic Eternal and one of the guys behind Yawgmoth's Soap Opera. So his Dredge deck will, he's got a Flayer of the Hatebound. That's really cool. That's really sweet. And a Grizzlebrand the Sun Titan. So this is a weird build of Dredge, which is even better. The Cabal Therapies are really going to kick my ass. I look forward to playing against this deck, and I could just lose right away. Petrified Field is cool too. Out of the sideboard, we'll have to evaluate that when it comes time. So I'm not going to keep him waiting, and I will see you in the match. All right, we are back with the match, and would I like to play first? You bet I would, because I don't want to lose this. This is about as good as we can hope, and we're going to keep this hand. We could, in theory, win. All right. I am going to keep this hand. All right, so what do we have to worry about? We have to worry about him just destroying us with some stuff. First thing I'm going to do is, I think, drop the Bayou, because I think it's just definitely more valuable. Wait, is that the right play? Let's think about this. No, we're doing the Scrubland. I'll explain why in a second when I pass. The reason is this, we have both of our black lands in our hand, which is cool because the black ability is relevant in this matchup. Also, this sets me up for a next turn Geist of Saint Traft if I feel like I need to play that, or a next turn Detention Sphere because I have the white here instead of this green-black piece of garbage. In order to do that, though, I would need to have a fetch land, so maybe it wouldn't matter anyway. I know that this is a severe problem, but he could also pitch a land. Alright, he has 2 Bloodghast and a Stinkweed, and I'll tell you what I care about. I want to get that Stinkweed out of there, much more than the Bloodghast, but that's okay. Hopefully we can back to basics him here. I'm going to keep track of the cards. That's for him and for myself. So no reason not to do that. I guess I should have let that resolve first. All right. So he's got 5 cards in hand. It's going to be 6. He's going to Dredge this one, which basically makes my Deathright suck. Now we are in this problem where there's an Icarid and 2 Bloodghast. So what are we going to do about that? I need to think. He's got Double Probe, Undiscovered Paradise, Flayer of the Hatebound in the yard. So he can definitely resurrect that. I probably need to eliminate one of the Bloodghasts. That's my guess. Let's hope we draw a fetch, though, anyway. Because then playing the back to basics might make all the difference in the world. But I did not draw a fetch land. So I think the best play is going to be removing something and not even playing the Kasali Pride Mage here. I could be wrong. So I'm going to play a green mana source. And I'm going to exile one of those things. I might want to exile the Flayer, depending on what he does. So I'm actually going to wait here. He doesn't have any Dredgers in the yard, but for sure he will, because he's going to pitch Whatsits. Yeah, that's fine. All right. He's going to pitch Stinkweed Imp. That's what I'm trying to say. Yeah, there's the Imp. So he's got 2 of these targets. I can't get rid of both of them. If why can't I think of what's called Dread Return ends up in the yard? That's going to be the primary issue. What's this, a Dark Blast? I don't think we care about that right now. We just can't afford to. It is another Dredger, though, so it gives him another Dredge option. Might be better to off the Dark Blast... I'm sorry, the Stinkweed Imp, though, to keep him from dredging quite as much during his draw step. If he exiles something with the Icarid, I feel like that puts me in a better place. I don't think he's going to do it. And I think then what I do... No, he did not. I think then what I do is I exile the Stinkweed Imp here. I think that's probably better than doing something instant speed later. So let's do that. Alright. This means, in theory, his Dredge is going to be less exciting. We'll see about that. I really want to draw a blue land so I can drop a back to basics here, and that might put me in a commanding position. If we draw a fetch... Oh, that's unfortunate. Okay, so he just draws the Stinkweed Imp then? Or he dredges the Stinkweed Imp back into the graveyard using the Dark Blast. Okay. So what else did he dredge here? He's got Stinkweed. He's got 2 Stinkweeds now, so that sucks for me. Yeah, and there are those guys. That's bad. Okay. At least they don't have haste yet, right? They can't block a Geist, I guess. But let's fucking hit a serious island here. I would love to hit a blue source. This is very good against back to basics, which is funny. Yeah, go ahead. Name something. Detention Sphere is actually probably the best thing you could name. And I think he's going to take it. Almost assuredly. I think he names Zur Force of Will first. I'm not really scared, because Kasali Pride Mage is the only, like, non-one of, besides Detention Sphere. He can name a Detention Sphere. Ah! Nice play. Okay. So we made the right play there. Now he's going to take something else. Probably the back to basics, because that's the thing that would be scariest here against the Bazaar, I think. Cool. I actually feel pretty good about it. I think he made a smart play there. So that makes it kind of exciting. Alright, yeah, he did take the back to basics. Not unexpected, but certainly unfortunate. And we can't play that Brainstorm, that's for sure. So the question is, what am I going to take here? I think I need to suck up probably the Bloodghast. He can dredge a ton. How bad is that going to be? I could keep... So hard to play against Dredge. I could keep the... I could play the Pride Mage, for instance. I'm not sure what that does for me. Because eventually I'm going to lose this game if I don't do anything. I think what I'm most worried about is him just getting a Dread return in the graveyard and being able to cast it. And I can't do much about that if he's got a bunch of creatures on the battlefield. So I might want to take the Bloodghast or the Icarid. Probably the Bloodghast. Rather than one of the targets for Sun Titan. Now it's possible he just puts some Narcomoebas into play. Then I can't do anything about that, but that's just the way it goes. So, I'm going to do this now. Tell you what. Oh, I could just cast the Geist right now, because he has... I think playing the Geist sucks. Yeah, Petrified Field doesn't do enough. I need to remove a Bloodghast. Really? Is that really the right play? Then I can't even play the Pride Mage. Seems so horrible. I already played a land, so brainstorming now is out of the question. Playing the Geist seems super bad, but I guess it actually puts a clock on him, kind of. So hard. Yeah, I don't think we can afford to tap out of our Deathrite Shaman. But I will be willing to tap out of Creature, I think. That's okay. We'll do that. That'll be how we play this. So if he puts a Dread return in the graveyard or something from below, bridge from below. That'll be what we really are worried about here. There's a Cabal Therapy. That's pretty bad for us, too. Yeah, we can't do anything about that. There's the Dread Return. Alright. So, I'm going to pull out his graveyard, and here we go. We have to remove the Dread Return probably now, or maybe during his draw step. I think that's probably what we have to do. Yeah. I just want to make sure here. Yep, that's what we're going to do. So let's see what he does here. Dread Return, Ichorid, Cabal Therapy. Yeah, that's fine. Return that to the battlefield during your draw step. Okay. Need to exile this Dread Return now. And we're still alive, which is, you know, something positive. Let's see what he's exiled. We'll keep that down here. I think this Geist goes away here, but, you know, that's alright. Yep, you got it. What we'd also really like to draw is a Detention Sphere, that's for sure. Okay. No, I want to shrink this. There we go. So we're going to take a lot of damage here. I'd prefer not to go down to give the Bloodghast haste, but yeah, we don't have to worry about that. Like we could block a Bloodghast here. That seems pretty poor. I mean, the question is, am I going to be attacking with this? I would have to be attacking with that. I kind of don't feel like this is a race, but it might be. I don't know. Pride Mage sucks. Maybe I should have done something else here. So many Grave Trolls in the yard. It's like his entire graveyard ends up in his... or his entire library ends up in his yard next turn. I think I might want to keep this around and maybe kill it later when his when he's got a bridge from below situation going on. It could be right. It might not be at all. We'll see. I take it now that something's going to get Cabal Therapied. Probably this Geist, but maybe he just doesn't even care about it. Yeah, what did he sack? Sacked the Ichorid. Makes sense. Like, after sideboarding, we have some ways to possibly win, but they're still pretty poor. As of now, we're just going to lose to these crappy guys. Let's draw a Detention Sphere. That's a little day late, dollar short situation. So I feel like I have to play this just to brainstorm. Almost assuredly. So we're going to do that. And I'm going to find... we find a Tundra? No, we find a Trop Island. I would use the Deathrite to brainstorm, but I just can't afford to do that. The reason being that if I were to do that, I would... Alright. We are taking the Deathrite and putting it into play. Here's our pseudo win con. Okay. So I guess maybe I take an Ichorid right now? I mean, that seems horrible. If he dredges another Dread Return in the graveyard, I feel like I have to take it. Almost certainly. Yeah. We have to, I think, let that happen and then take the Dread Return out. What is this going to be? Oh, he just wants to bounce it. That's fine. Okay. Draw 2, discard 3. What's this going to be? I might exile that. Okay, we have 2 Dread returns. That is probably going to be it. Alright. So there's a bridge from below, too. 2 bridge from below. I think that's going to be it for me. We have to take this Icarid out. I mean, I guess he's going to cast both Dread returns. That's going to suck. We have to exile a creature in response. That's terrible. I think, like, we have to hit a Detention Sphere after we crack a fetch, but that still seems really bad. Dark Blast, I don't care about that. Wish I would have exiled one of these Blood Gas, but it's not going to matter too much. I think we're probably screwed here. If I'd been attacking with the Pride Mage, I guess he would be 11, like maybe Virtual 8. I don't know. Should I have raced him with the Death Rites? Not sure. Not sure about that at all. But now that he's going into combat, I feel like I can lose a Pride Mage to an Icarid. Or to a Bloodghast. Why is he doing that? So we're at 14. Like, I could block. Or block here and block here. I mean, then I go to 8. Nah, I can't afford to do that. I have to take that damage, I think, to counter one of the Cabal therapies. Like, maybe I have to block with this guy, and then he can only use... No, he'll, God, this is rough. I think I have to block with this one and then counter the bridge from below. I'm sorry, not the bridge from below. Yeah, there are just too many creatures. He can cast 2 Dread returns. So, that sucks. Maybe we just have to let that happen. Guess he can't do that and cast a Cabal therapy. Oh, yeah, he can, because he's going to have all these tokens. Did he stack it the wrong way? No, he didn't. Okay, so he's going to get a ton of crap here. Yeah. Can't even make this go away. So he's going to get a lot of zombies, and we're going to have to hope we... I don't even think I can draw a Detention Sphere at this point. So, I think we just lose here. Not sure how I get out of this. The hell is this? Oh, he's just dredging? I don't know what the hell just happened there. That's fine. Alright. So now something gets Dread returned, and then something else gets Dread returned. I think. What's his targeting? Sun Titan? Yeah, I guess we'll exile that? I don't know. Flare the Hatebound seems pretty bad to me. Yeah, go ahead. Bring this back. guess like a Stinkweed Imp comes back, or a Serum Powder. Neither of those seems very good. We have a Fetch on top of our deck? That's pretty horrible. What was under that? I don't even remember what was under that from the Brainstorm. Targeting Stinkweed Imp? Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, my next card sucks, so I'm not sure what I'm doing here. I think we're going to go ahead and concede this one in a second. Want to see if he Dread returns with the dude here. I think he's going to. Yeah, we will, I guess, exile the Dread return. I don't know. He's got 2 Dark Blasts. This is a disaster. We're conceding this one. Okay, let's see what our next card was. Oh yeah, that. No wonder why I wasn't very excited about it. Okay, so Pride Mages are pretty bad in this matchup. Trigon Predators are probably better because they can be pitched to a Force of Will. Zur is super slow, but it might be one of our only ways out. Let's look at his sideboard real quick. Wismares, I guess he'll bring those in. I don't know. Ingachurs he won't. Nature's Claims, maybe. I don't even care. Like, maybe an Elnorn? I'm not sure. It doesn't matter, really. He could just have enchantment removal, which is a total possibility, but otherwise not very exciting. So Jailers, let's bring them in. Stony Silence, no, that leaves. But the Rest in Peace definitely comes in. Screams is a good question. Does this actually do anything against him? I don't believe it does. I guess it kills Blood Gas, but, like, who cares? Mana Vortex seems really not very good, because by the time it comes out, I think the game's over. But Arena might be playable. We'll have to think about that. Because one of our options here is actually to... These guys suck. I'm sorry, the Pride Mages really suck. They don't do much. I guess I can sack them to kill an enchantment of my own. Like, make something weird happen. I just don't think they do enough. I can't be doing that on my second turn. The Geists also really suck. I think they're worse than Trigons. And then we want to cut something else. I could cut, like, the Snake Umbra. I think I need both these cards, though, in actuality. I mean, you could just kill the Solitary Confinement with a Wismare. But I think that's, like, one of my only outs, essentially. Maybe we pitch the Force, like a Force of Will. That might be what we have to do. It just doesn't do very much. I guess it can counter, like, a Wismare. It's pretty bad, though. It's, like, really bad. Yeah, let's cut one. Not sure if that's right. And we have the Confinement in hand and a Force. I think this hand is keepable. What do we name, like, Elf with this? That's not very good if we do. Then we can at least find, like, a... We can't find an Underground Sea because we don't have one on the deck. Find, like, blue... Crack it to play Vendilion Click. The Vendilion Click will probably get pitched to this Force. I think we're keeping this. I think I want to play a first turn Deathrite and then follow it up with a second turn Brainstorm, and hopefully we draw a blue land. He's mulled to 4, so that's good for us, I guess. We don't have any of our hate in our hand, but that's passable. He may have mulled to have cards to deal with our hate. I think I'm okay with that. It's like I could play this too and find... Nah, we're playing this, we're naming Elf, because I need to find blue X with that. I can find, like, blue-green, Trop Island. No, I might need to find green-black with this. That's basically what my big concern is. So, on that note, we're going to play Shaman, and we're going to make this guy. And that's fine. Passing the turn. That's fine, it helps me kill him, I guess. And it's not a bazaar. That's fine. He can name that. I think, like, this time he would name Force Will, probably. Or Mental Misstep. Nope. Don't have it, buddy. Okay. So, that's an interesting draw. I really wish I could play it. but I don't think I can. I can play it. Now, I can force something this turn, so I think I'm safe for a turn to play another mana producer. Jesus. Like, that might be what I have to do, right? Think about this. I could brainstorm this turn, and I'm going to crack this, and then brainstorm. Yeah, that's what we're doing. That's the right play. We got a Zur. That's kind of cool. We don't want him to take one of the cards in our hand. So I'm going to put, like, this Solitary Confinement here. And then I think, like... Do I put the Force Will? I might need to counter something with a Force Will this turn. So I'm going to put the Zur on top. It's colorless. No, I can't play it next turn. Can I? Black. Blue. Colorless. White? Yeah, I think I can, actually. So let's try to do that. That's my new play here. Oh, shit, and I just shuffled it away. Okay, AJ sucks at this game. Let's find our Savannah. We just, like, shuffled away our cards that we were going to use to win, didn't we? Yeah, I think we did. Well, that's unfortunate. So, I should have shuffled away, like, one of these, essentially. Now I'd be better off with him just Cabal therapying one of these. That would be fine. So, that was a horrible mistake that probably cost us the game and even maybe the match. Even though I think I'm at a disadvantage. Because, like, a next turn Zur, instead of having this stupid island here, would put us, like, in a great position to win, I think. Yeah. And find, like, back to basics. Now this is going to be the real problem. So, yeah, that sucks. I think we just blew it unless we top deck a Zur, but we don't deserve to. So, there's that. That's actually a passable card here, though. Certainly. So let's think. We can exile this now. We're gonna play this land. We can exile this, or we can wait for him to activate Bazaar. And I think we have to wait for him to activate Bazaar. And we can attack this turn if we need to. Should we do that? We're going to play something for... We're going to play Vendilion Click for sure, I think. Yeah, so if we play Vendilion Click, we need to keep everything else tapped. And then we have to exile Sorcery. So I'm going to basically see... Maybe the mistake was naming Shaman with this. So he's going to be drawing 2 and discarding 3. What I don't want him to do is lose a Dredger. So, you know what? Let's let this happen. Because he could equally... He's pretty likely to draw a Dredger there too. So hopefully he only draws like 1 or can only put 1 Dredger in the graveyard. I don't care about that. I don't care about any of those cards, actually. And I think now I probably Vendilion Click him. What's this? What's he saying? Frowny face. So he's in a bad position, which is fortunate since we screwed up so badly. So we're going to cast this. And look at his hand. And a Wispmare. Yeah, I tell you what I don't care about. I don't care about a Wispmare. We're going to leave that there. So now we let him go, do his thing again. And he's eventually going to hit a Dredger. Like, it's going to happen soon. He's going to get that blood gas back, which means that Cabal therapy will happen. I'm going to take the Cabal therapy if he plays a land here. No, we don't want to exile land. Okay, there we go. Alright, let's get his graveyard out of here. I really don't care about that blood gas right now. It gives him a tool, but it's not very interesting. Alright, so we drew a misstep. That, I guess, would have been valuable with the Cabal therapy out, but, you know, you can't win them all. Or any of them, sometimes. Thinking about killing that blood gas, but it's probably the wrong play. Actually, it's almost certainly the wrong play. So, do I play this land? That's a question. I might want to keep it for a brainstorm. No, because we can hardcast a force now. That's really awesome, actually. He still doesn't have anything good. Gotta let him do this. And then we have to exile that Grave Troll. There is no if, and, or but about that. And he's now going to have one card in hand, which hopefully he can't do anything with. Alright, that's fine. He can attack me with that. And we just ripped our Zur, which is good. I think it sets us up in a position where we could, in theory, still win this game. Let's attack first. Keep an eye on our clock. Still using the Ilskin skin, which is hard to say, but the Ilskin skin is awesome. So I'm going to play this guy. How about we do this correctly? So we've got colorless. We only have one black source, so we have to use that. Only one white source, and then this for blue. So we have to remove a creature. That's fine. I'm willing to lose the ability to play, to activate him for his black ability to drop this guy this turn. Let's just hope he doesn't hit. When is this? This is during my... Yeah, let's, how about we exile this Golgari Grave Troll? He can get some bridge tokens as far as I care. Alright, so it looks like we got that game. He didn't let us swing in with Zur, which is fine. We would have locked him out of the game with solitary confinement, I think. Alright. So we're moving on to game 3. He's going to be on the play, which super sucks. I think that means we have to bring in another Force of Will to do, like, to counter something on this first turn if we need to. How good is Swords? It's not great. I mean, is there something better than Swords? I guess it can kill like a Bloodghast. That's just not very good. Alright, maybe I want to board out both Swords and put in like a Geist. I don't know. That sounds mediocre, but maybe that's right. Let's do it. I'm feeling it. Geist is super crappy though, but it's blue. I can like pitch it. I guess. And Swords, what does Swords do for me? Swords doesn't do much, but it might do more than Geist. You know what? We're bringing in the Swords. I'd have to think about that more to really decide. But, oh, cool. He's now supporting Mtgo Academy because of how awesome playmats work in this thing. Again, I'm not going to be able to use a Deathrite unless he throws a land in the graveyard. But we're doing this. He is also mulling twice, which is a good sign for us. But he must have kept a bizarre hand here. We're going to counter anything he does in his first turn if we can, but it doesn't look like we're going to be able to. That's fine. I would rather him kept like a hand with anti-hate. That's okay. think we're going to drop this first and set up for a next turn back to basics, which might be able to keep us in contention here. We find an island with this, obviously. That's fine. So I feel like our big play mistake was last game, but we survived last game, so we don't have the rest in peace in our hand, unfortunately. I kept this hand anyway. I could have mulled till I found hate. So we got a Cabal Therapy and a Golgari Thug. That's much better for him. So he's going to dredge a bunch of crap into his graveyard, and we're going to have to hopefully win with back to basics next turn, but we'll see. He doesn't have a land in his graveyard, which I would prefer, but I'm going to be able to do that on my turn. Okay, so this is tapped. That's good to know. Here comes all the dredgers in his yard. That's unfortunate. Yeah. Okay. So we're going to counter that Cabal Therapy if he does it. And we need to... Oh, God. Now he's going to have a million... He's got bridges in his yard. That really sucks, because now he gets 2/2/2s. I mean, we'll be able to take him out with a Detention Sphere, but that's still really bad for us. Yeah, that's really bad. The second Bazaar is probably going to be the end of us here, I think. A Cabal Therapy has to be coming. And we counter the second one, obviously. Maybe we don't. Do we counter the first? What does he name? I think we have to counter the first. Like, the question is, do I pitch a Detention Sphere here? I don't think so. I don't think I can afford to. I think we just have to hope he guesses wrong, whatever it is. Like, naming Detention Sphere might be right here. He named Abbey Matron. Okay. Okay, so he would have whiffed anyway, I guess. This turn is still going to be super bad for us. Oh, yuck. Okay. So he might Dread Return of Golgari Grave Troll right now. I would consider, I think, countering the Dread Return. Okay, now we have to have the Detention Sphere in our hand. There's no if and or but about it. What's this targeting? Grave Troll? Let's just make sure. Can I survive with a Grave Troll in play? Comes into play with as many counters, each creature in your graveyard, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 seems like too much. Can I handle an 8/8 over the course of several turns? I don't think I can, but I need to have those Bazaars tapped down, like, permanently. I just can't win otherwise. Yeah, I have to let this happen. So, now he's got a Grave Troll out. So we draw another Deathrite. That's, I guess, about as good as we can hope for. And this is a 10/10? What did I count wrong? Jesus. So can I even play back to basics right now? Maybe I should have just... Yuck. So we can't play a Deathrite and tap here. Obviously that Grave Troll is a serious problem. I guess I should have countered the Grave Troll and then just Detention Sphered. So I guess I made an error there. Yeah, I think so. We need to hope we draw our swords, I guess, and also can back to basics. This is not turning out excellently. For sure. All right. The real question is, do I maybe take the Grave Troll here? Because I could draw another Detention Sphere and take out all these. I guess I could do the other thing too. Makes more sense to name one of these. Yeah, that sucks. We're gonna take a pounding from that Grave Troll, but so be it. And also, you know, a bunch of Blood Gas are gonna come back and an Icarid. He's gonna attack for... If he has a land, we lose, I guess. I guess that's the moral of the story. And he discarded the land, so I take it he has another one. Ooh, and that second Icarid is going to be a serious problem. I don't think we want to go to 1 with a City Brass in our hand. Is that a third Icarid? Ooh. That doesn't bode well. So I definitely should have countered the Grave Troll, but not sure that that would have mattered, given what's currently happening. Alright. Let's go to 4, which, doesn't bode excellently. And he didn't have a land, so we live, I guess, again. But here comes more guys. Okay, so maybe I should have taken this, taken a ton of damage, and then hope to draw another Detention Sphere here. I mean, Vendilion Click isn't going to cut it, obviously. Well, let's go out with a bang. I think that's probably fair. Is that what I wanted to do? I don't think it was. I definitely don't think I can live through this turn, so let's just have some fun. Yeah. There we go. Alright, so that's it. I enjoyed playing. Another awesome Classic League. Come join me next time. I think it'll start in another 6 weeks or so. Take it easy.